So tell me about your wonderful mantra.
So I have two mantras, but the one is religious. So I wanted to be respectful to everyone. So I'll just keep that privately to myself. And I do say that one a lot, but the one that I put out there was that, and it sounds a little cheesy, but it's fun. So is that I always tell myself literally, you're the captain of this ship. You are the captain of the ship. And I thought even for this chat, oh, I should find a pirate hat and but I just think, okay, you've got this. So, there's always 160 things going on in my head at all times. I don't know if every mom feels that way. I'm pretty sure they probably do. Stop and you just say something to yourself out loud. It helps, at least for me. So I just think I'm the captain. I've got this and I'm going to do one thing at a time and it's all going to get done when it gets done. And it's not the end of the world. So that's kind of where that mantra comes into play.
I love that. How does it impact your life?
Well, if you mean the mantra, it just helps me to get a handle on everything and not feel so overwhelmed because there's just always a lot going on. And now with the pandemic, I feel like it's, the workload has doubled or tripled for a lot of people. I know it has for me. I don't work right now. The plan is to go back when both of my children attend school full time. That's supposed to be this fall, fingers crossed. But in the meantime, I just feel like right now this job is 4 positions. It's just it's a lot of work, more than what I ever thought it would be. So
I agree. What's it like being a mom to these 2 beautiful girls?
It's wonderful. And so there's ups and downs and, people always have these preconceived notions, or at least the moms that I talk to do, and I do, that you think something is going to be a certain way. You watch the Disney movies and you think, they're going to just run around and be dainty and, they're not going to make a lot of messes. They're not going to fight as much as boys, but they do. So the reality of it is, depending on how many children you have or what their age differences are, that's fascinating to me as a mom doing this wonderful role. Wouldn't change a thing about it, but it's interesting because people that I talk to, they have kids that are very close in age. They do fight quite a bit, maybe because they're so close in age. But so for mine, the gap is between 4 to 5 years. And some days it feels like it's an eternity of a gap. And then other times, the little one is just right behind the older one. And that's frustrating a little bit for them because, the oldest wants to be on top of the world and the little one wants to be always right there, and there's no space. And especially right now, too, because we're just trying to stay inside for the most part. Obviously, the weather here does affect that for the long winters. But it's interesting. I wouldn't change any of it. There's just good and bad days, and I'm thankful for every day of it. So
I love that. And I know that the pandemic has changed things, but what are some of your favorite things to do with the girls in Michigan, Southeast Michigan, Metro Detroit?
So some of the things that we found to be very fun, of course, going to the zoo is great. The Sea Life Aquarium is wonderful. Now, when things, aren't open or fully open, some other outdoor activities that we've been doing are ice skating, which they have a lot of open skate in the area, which I love that. I think that's so nice that people set that up and do that for free. You just, bring your own equipment and have fun out there. Another thing too is obviously movie nights at home and things like that, finding activities to do indoors and crafts and, depending on the holidays and things and different themes and decorating, that's fun. But we have taken up skiing, which you know, I went for the first time the other day and it had been 20 years. I'm embarrassed to say that, but I did get out there. I took a lot of falls, but I laughed a lot with them. And it was so sweet. It was such a fun moment because, you know, my oldest was saying, Mom, you can do this. And I felt like she was my instructor. And I, you know, there could be a moment of frustration or feeling embarrassed. I mean, but I just thought about it like it wasn't about that. It was just getting out there, getting fresh air, exercising, making that memory with them. So there's so many wonderful skiing places around here. And if you venture out a little bit further, we're in South Lyon, but you know, Brighton is a great one. There's just a lot to do. Whether it would be, you know, hockey for boys or girls, ice skating, you know, building snowmen or trying to figure out how to make an igloo outside. There's a lot of fun things that you can do outside right now. Just bundle up because it's chilly. So, but if you have the right gear on, you can go for a while. And I love that for them that they can do that. So.
Oh, I love that you're so involved with them and willing to make a mess of yourself.
Yeah, even injure myself. It's a great dedication.
That's right.
It's worth it. It's worth it. So
that's right. Do you have anything else you'd like to share with other moms?
Gosh, there's so many things, but the things that come to mind right now, I won't go into the whole school thing because, you know, honestly, everyone is just doing what they feel is best in their household. Mm-hmm. I respect that. And things are always changing right now. So you can't even stick to one thing anyway, because, you know, you could get a notification from the school that maybe they're going back or, you know, they're closed or whatever the case may be. But putting that aside, to all of the moms, you're doing the best that you can in the situation. And I'm proud of you. We're all proud of you and we're all in it together. So just keep doing what you're doing because you're working with the situation. It's out of your control and you're handling it like a champion. So